Our regular programming will not be seen this evening so that we can bring you the Philadelphia Phillies versus the Chicago Cubs.
Good evening, everyone, from Wrigley Field in Chicago. Welcome to Phillies baseball. Tonight, the final game of the four-game series, the Phils and the Chicago Cubs. Danny Jackson goes for the Phillies and Anthony Young for the Cubs. Harry Callis along with Rich Ashburn and Chris Wheeler. Kind of a chilly night again tonight here at Wrigley, and the wind is blowing in, should aid the pitchers. And Whitey, two familiar faces back in the Phillies lineup tonight, John Kruk and Kevin Stocker.
Good to see him back. That'll give Jim Fregosi, I think, a little more flexibility, those two fellas. John didn't have a great rehab down there, but he's back, and I think he'll raise his level of play at major league level. And, of course, Stocker at shortstop. Kruk was hitting over 300 when he went down, and Stocker was starting to hit pretty well. So I think they'll definitely give this club a much-needed boost at a crucial time here.
And the Phillies' two new players coming over from Boston in the West Chamberlain deal are here, Billy Hatcher and Paul Quantrill. Had a chance to talk to Paul Quantrill before the game, and he has been both a starter and a reliever with Boston, and asked him which he preferred.
Over the last few years, I've started in the big leagues and done some relief work. And I guess the most important thing to me is that I settle in, and whether it be in the bullpen or as a starter, either way, I'll do whatever is going to help the team. It's just that I would like to get established as one or the other, and show that I'm a big league. I'm stable in the big leagues. So I can do a pretty good job for it.
He's a bulldog when he's out there on the mound. He's an inning eater. I mean, if you bring him in the 5th, 6th inning, he's going to pitch 2 or 3 innings for you, and he's not just going to, be out there throwing the ball. He's going to be getting people out, and he has an idea what he wants to do up on the mound.
Quantrill is a 25-year-old and should help the bullpen, and Wheels Billy Hatcher should also help. He knows how to play.
Yeah, both those guys are really happy to be here, Harry, and it gives Jim Fregosi a little depth now. He really needed some help in the bullpen and an extra outfielder, a guy to bring off the bench. Lee Thomas made a good deal there bringing these two players to Philadelphia.
Danny Jackson goes for his 7th win. He'll be opposed by Anthony Young. Starting lineups for you after these messages.
The Phillies and the Chicago Cubs is being brought to you by Bud Light. If you want great taste that won't fill you up and never lets you down, make it a Bud Light. The Yellow Pages 9 out of 10 people use. The genuine Bell Atlantic Yellow Pages. By Chevrolet. The cars and trucks 36 million people depend on every day. Genuine Chevrolet. Mellon PSFS, the official bank of the Phillies. And by Independence Blue Cross and Pennsylvania Blue Shield. For 56 years, the health insurance company you can lean on.
Yeah, you've seen it all. Done it all. Pretty much got it all figured out. But have you got what it takes to be a mountain man? All it takes are the 2 cool beers of the Mountain Man. Smooth Busch beer, easy drinking Busch Light. So, be a mountain man. All you gotta do is head for the mountains.
Spend some time on the road. I need a truck that'll take me where I wanna go. I need a Dodge, Dodge. I'll take a Dakota, it's the top of the line, the first mid-size kind that's Dodge. From America's Truck Stop Dodge.
Now, get up to $27.22 in discounts from package value on a new Dodge Dakota at America's Truck Stop, your Dodge dealer.
Back at Wrigley Field in Chicago, a chilly night. The wind is blowing in, should aid the pitchers and hold down any long balls, although we thought that yesterday. There were 2 hit. Jim Fregosi starting lineup tonight for the Phils. Lenny Dykstra, center fielder, leads off. Mariano Duncan, second base, bats second. John Kruk at first base, hitting third. Darren Dalton catching, batting fourth. Pete Incaviglia, the left fielder, hits fifth. Jim Eisenreich in right field, batting sixth. Kevin Stocker, shortstop, hits seventh. Tom Quinlan, the third baseman, batting eighth. And Danny Jackson pitching and hitting ninth. That lineup facing Anthony Young.
Anthony Young, a little over 5 strikeouts per 9 innings and about 2.5 walks per 9 innings.
Defensively behind Anthony Young, it'll be Steve Buechele at third, Sean Dunston short, Ryan Sandberg at second, and Mark Grace at first. Mark Parent catching tonight. In the outfield, Glenn Allen Hill in left, Sammy Sosa in center, and Eddie Zambrano in right. Umpires today, Greg Bonan behind the plate, Joe West at first, Wally Bell at second, and Frank Pulley at third. Lenny Dykstra leads it off, and Lenny Dykstra was just named the co-player of the month for the month of May, along with Mike Piazza of the Dodgers. Dude hit .392 in May with a .504 on base percentage. Scored 26 runs. Dykstra hitting at .313, leads the league in runs scored with 50, leads the league in walks with 43. 2 quick strikes to Lenny Dykstra.
Pitching Lenny hard inside.
Got him on 3 pitches. Dykstra called out on strikes. 1 down. That'll bring up Mariano Duncan.
He had a good pitch to hit. The third strike was a little slider that you see it was right over the heart of the plate. Can't believe he took that pitch.
Mariano Duncan is hitting at .284. Anthony Young, a 28-year-old from Houston, Texas, went to the University of Houston. Played both baseball and football for the Cougars. He was a defensive back for the University of Houston for 3 years. Coming over from the New York Mets in the Jose Vizcaino deal. And Young, of course, had that long losing streak while with the Mets. 27 games, a major league record. Was all of last year and the year before, or most of last year. He finally snapped it last year against Florida. Last year he was 1-16 for New York with a 3.77 ERA. He started last season 0-13. That was a National League record for the worst start in National League history. It wasn't all him. I mean, you have to have really bad luck to reel off that number of losses. Young's got a pretty good arm, as we're seeing here.
He does have good stuff. Seems like he makes some good pitches and then makes some horrible pitches and that they hit.
3 balls and a strike to Mariano Duncan. Duncan's aboard with a walk.
He is tied, I think.
Yeah.
Last year's walks, 12.
Last year he walked 12 times the entire season, and this is his 13th.
13th, he's broken the out.
Yeah. Brings on the Crucker. Crucker hitting at .313. So Kruk coming back after his injury rehab at Scranton Wilkes-Barre. Got a good lifetime hitter against Anthony Young, 5 for 10 lifetime. Fouled in and out of the glove of Parent.
Doing a little squinting there. trying to pick up those signs from the BOA.
Cubs play him in the outfield around to the opposite field. 1 ball and 1 strike. Anthony Young this year is 3 wins, 3 losses, a 4.50 ERA. He's been pitching well lately. In his last 5 starts, he's 3-1 with a 2.38 earned run mark. Early after the disaster at New York, he needed a change of scenery coming to Chicago here from the Mets.
Wind is blowing in here, not real hard, but it is in, and that should help both pitchers.
Two balls and a strike to John Kruk. High towering fly to left center. The wind is going to knock it down, and Sosa makes the catch. So Kruk is out on a fly ball to left center field to Sammy Sosa for out number 2. Had he hit that here Monday or Tuesday, it would have gone out of the ballpark, but not yesterday or tonight. Brings on Darren Dalton, Dutch batting at .285. 12 homers, 37 RBIs. He's 9th in the league in runs batted in. 7th in the league in slugging percentage. Oh, he crushed that ball, but it's hook and foul. No balls and a strike to Darren Dalton.
That had the distance.
Yep. Popped him up. Left side of the infield, Steve Buechele waits and squeezes to retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left after 1/2. Bills nothing. Cubs coming to bat.
The German-engineered Volkswagen Jetta now has a remarkable new advance specially designed to help a driver avoid one of the most threatening obstacles in the world, the down payment. We call this advance our zero down payment lease. It means you can drive away in a new Jetta for $199 a month without having to put down much more than your signature. It's like having an extra shock absorber, just for your budget.
Oh, look at all this great stuff you get free just for renting 3 movies from Blockbuster. The Blockbuster bonus box. You have a breakfast bar. Ooh, good. Oh, the cracker, and the chili club, and yogurt, and all the top. Oh, that's clean.
Rent 3 movies at Blockbuster Video, get the bonus box free, and make it a Blockbuster night.
It's hard to top this one. A free cap featuring the championship logo. Compliments of Texaco. For men 15 and over when the Phillies play the Cardinals Sunday, June 12th at 8:05. Call 463-1000.
Back at Wrigley Field, bottom half of the 1st inning. The Phillies have taken the field behind left-hander Danny Jackson. Tom Trebelhorn's lineup for the Cubs tonight will have Sammy Sosa in center field leading off. Sean Dunston shortstop at second. Ryan Sandberg second base hits third. Mark Grace the first baseman batting fourth. Glenn Allen Hill left field hits fifth. Eddie Zambrano in right field bats sixth. Steve Buechele the third baseman hitting seventh. Mark Parrott catching batting eighth, and batting ninth and pitching Anthony Young facing Danny Jackson.
Danny Jackson a little over 7 strikeouts a game and 3 walks per 9 innings. He's 6 wins and 1 loss.
Defensively, Tom Quinlan at third base, Kevin Stocker at shortstop, Mariano Duncan at second, John Kruk at first, Darren Dalton catching, Pete Incaviglia in left, Lenny Dykstra in center, Jim Eisenreich in right, and Darren Dalton doing the catching. Sammy Sosa leads it off. He's batting at .270. Tied for third in the league in triples with 5. Tied for 5th in the league in homers with 13. Sammy has power and he has speed. 30-30 man, the first ever in Cubs history last year. Late swing and a foul back. 0-1 to Sammy Sosa.
Happy 78th birthday to Joseph Muller in Philadelphia on this June 2nd.
1 strike to Sammy Sosa. Slider missed inside.
See all that fuzz flying around. It's the cottonwood trees around here. North side of Chicago.
Fouls it out of play. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Sosa. Jackson lifetime has 1 game over 500 against the Cubs. He's beat them 4 times and lost 3 decisions. His career ERA against Chicago is 5.24. Ground ball third base. Tom Quinlan takes care of that one. Quinlan had a brilliant defensive game yesterday. Really saved the game with his glove. The Phillies won it 4-2. Brings on Sean Dunston. Danny Jackson pitched here for the Cubs in '91 and half the season in '92. He was really injury plagued in his year and a half with the Cubs. Did not fare well here. He was 5-15 in that year and a half and was on the disabled list twice. Lifetime, DJ is looking for a milestone here. He's 199 and lost 104. 1 ball and 1 strike. Foul ball out of play, first base side. 1-2 to Dunston. Sean's had a tough series here against the Phils, just 1 for 12. Lifetime against Danny Jackson, he's just 2 for 11. Backdoor breaking ball. Dunston's called out on strikes. First strikeout for Jackson. 2 down here in the first. Kim Baptiste and Todd Pratt in the Phillies dugout out of uniform, as is Bobby Munoz. They've made their Phillies caps into berets, it looks like. Longmire. Billy Hatcher. New addition. There's Milt Thompson. Hatcher's probably looking at all this saying, boy, these guys seem to have fun on this clock.
Yeah, he's liable to see a few things he's never seen before here.
No balls and 2 strikes to Sandberg, who's batting at .267. Checked on a low and away sinking fastball. 1-2. Fly ball center field. The wind will keep that one well in the park as Dykstra waits and makes the grab. No runs, hits, errors, and none left after 1-0 game.
Daily number, play it all the time. Now, I would never forget something that important, and I always know where my ticket is. I keep it in my top pocket, but it's not there.
The Pennsylvania Lottery's daily number. Don't forget.
I leave with my girlfriend's phone number, so I call her when I win, but it's not there either.
Big Four? I play it every day. Do I look like I'd forget something important?
Big Four from the Pennsylvania Lottery. Don't forget.
I call this my quiet time.
There's a new kind of energy around here. An energy company that's doing everything it can to help protect your air and your rivers. In fact, it's one of the few in the country that already exceeds those tough new clean air standards and won't have to spend a lot of money on new equipment to help preserve your environment. They planned ahead. There's a new energy company around here and a new name, Pico Energy, focusing our energies on you.
Ford Probe GT has been called the most cost-effective rocket coupe. The best value in the hot sports coupe class. And the affordable master of multifunctional fun. Ford Probe GT, the most award-winning sports coupe in its class, is now even more affordable with 2.9% APR or special low lease terms. Ford Probe, an affordable front-wheel drive sports coupe. What a concept.
After 1 inning of play, the Phils nothing and the Cubs nothing. Upcoming telecasts of Phillies baseball include Friday and Saturday night's games from the Astrodome. Both games begin at 8 o'clock right here on PHL 17. Pete Incaviglia leads it off for the Phils. Incaviglia hitting at .264, 10 homers, 21 RBIs. 6 of his 10 homers have come in the last 8 ball games. One game played in the major leagues this afternoon. Baltimore beat Detroit 11-5. Shot past a diving Buechele down the left field line. Incaviglia heading for second. Hill's throw will be late. A double for Pete Incaviglia to lead off the Phillies' second. Incaviglia might have jammed his wrist a little bit on that head-first slide.
He has that wrist bandaged for some reason. I suppose he sprained it a little bit, or he did have to hustle here because Hill was over there in a hurry, and he has a strong arm.
Jim Eisenreich will try to pull the ball here. Eyes hitting at .328. 1 strike to Eisenreich. Two quick strikes to Eisenreich. Eisenreich hitting .431 in his last 15 starts. He pulls it all right. A fair ball down the right field line. Incaviglia will score. Eisenreich a double, and the Phillies lead it 1-0 on the RBI double by Jim Eisenreich. Boy, he has been a hot hitter.
2-strike pitch, too. He didn't really rip this ball, but he got enough of it to just get it inside that line. Grace was playing him a little bit over in the hole. Now Stocker will try to do the same thing. He'll try to move the runner.
Stocker hitting at .262, batting .273 right-handed, .259 left-handed. So the Phils take a 1-0 lead here in the second. Trainer Jeff Cooper looking at the wrist of Pete Incaviglia.
clue.
1 ball and 1 strike. That win by Baltimore today over Detroit, 11-5. Scott Klingenbeck made his major league debut and won the ball game for Baltimore in his big league debut. This is the only other game scheduled in the major leagues today. Most teams with an off day today. 2 balls and a strike to Kevin Stocker. 85th birthday wishes tomorrow to Sonny Sondheim, our good friend from Philadelphia. Sonny and wife Eleanor will be leaving early tomorrow morning for a cruise to Alaska. He pulled the ball to Mark Grace. Grace to Anthony Young covering in time to get Stocker, but moves Eisenreich up to third. Where with 1 out, it'll bring up Tom Quinlan. Quinlan batting at .250.
They'll bring the infield in against Quinlan. Pitcher Danny Jackson's coming up next. He's getting a few base hits, Jackson. But they're going to pitch to Quinlan.
Big swing, no contact on a breaking ball. Guess fastball and didn't get it.
They pitch him high. All the pitchers, evidently that's the scouting report on Quinlan. Pitch him high. Hit a big home run against Doug Drabek last Sunday to right center field.
Fastball inside to him. It's 1-1. Phillies will be going from here to Houston. The pitching matchups for the Astros series: David West against Brian Williams tomorrow night. Bobby Munoz and Doug Drabek on Saturday night. Mike Williams and Darryl Kyle on Sunday. Two balls and a strike to Tom Quinlan. Phils have a run across. Eisenreich at third base with 1 out.
Tom Trebelhorn in his first year of managing the Cubs.
Two and two. Anthony Young lifetime has never beaten the Phillies. 0-6 lifetime against the Phils. 4.32 career ERA. Laid off the low and away breaking ball. A full count to Quinlan.
That was close. Real close.
Backing out of play, still 3-2. Missed away. Walked him. Second walk given up by Young, and that'll bring on Danny Jackson. And Jackson probably will be bunting here, waiting to get that runner to second base.
I doubt it. I doubt it. He's been getting too many hits.
Danny hitting at .214. They're going to talk it over here. Jackson and Larry Boa. Third base coach. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Phillies and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form without the express written consent of the Phillies. Infield will stay in with the runners at first and third and 1 out.
I think they're moving back. At least the shortstop and second baseman are back some.
Double play depth. Jackson is around the bunt. Gets the bunt down nicely. Grace throws to Sandberg. Sacrifice is good. It goes Mark Grace to Ryan Sandberg, moving Quinlan to second base. 2 down, and that'll bring on Lenny Dykstra. Dykstra was called out on strikes his first time up. Every pitch thrown to Dykstra has been a called strike so far. 4 of them.
Looks like he's starting Dykstra with that heater inside, and see what happens.
Missed with a breaking ball. 1 ball and 1 strike to Lenny Dykstra. Eisenreich at third. Quinlan at second. 2 outs. A run across. Jammed him, and he taps a foul down the first base side. 1 ball and 2 strikes. .54 degrees the game time temperature tonight. A foul down the left field side. Still 1 and 2. Fregosi. Now operating with a 10-man pitching staff. The Phillies had 11 until sending out Toby Borland and Bob Wells. Popped up. Third baseman Buechele makes the catch to retire the side. Phillies got a run. 2 hits, no errors. Lead 2. We go to the bottom of the second. 1-0 Phils.
On Real Stories of the Highway Patrol, a car thief makes a run for it.
Last time I saw him was right over that wall.
But he can't hide from the law.
You in the van? We know you're in there. Come on out.
Plus, one driver takes all the wrong turns.
There is empty beer cans in the back of the car.
And ends up at a dead end.
Had he had his seatbelt on, he probably would be standing on the shoulder right now.
On Real Stories of the Highway Patrol.
Tomorrow at 7:30 on PHL 17.
Since its introduction, Lexus has received virtually every accolade in the industry. So we've decided to celebrate. Introducing the limited anniversary edition LS and ES with all the features you could wish for at savings of up to $2,500. Buy or lease them while they last at your Lexus dealer today.
When you come to a Pep Boys Super Center, you'll be amazed by its size. They've got over 24,000 items, all with brand names you know and trust. Many with lifetime warranties. Raybestos, Borg Warner, TRW, Gabriel, Purolator, CR, and Bendix. Everything you need to keep your car looking good and running smoothly. Day or night, even on Sunday, come to Pep Boys and drive away happy.
You deserve a break that day. The Phillies meet the Marlins in another fun day midday Mellon PSFS Business Person Special, Wednesday, June 29th, 1:05. Go ahead, treat yourself. Order your tickets now. Call 463-1000.
Mark Grace leads it off for the Cubs here in the second, batting at .312. Hits one on the ground to Mariano Duncan, who throws Grace out. One out on one pitch. That'll bring on Glenn Allen Hill. Sunday, June 12th, when the Phillies take on the Cardinals. It's a Sunday night game, don't forget, at 8:05, and all men 15 and over get a free blue baseball cap with the Phillies 93 championship logo on the front. Compliments of Texaco. Make your plans to be on hand. That's June 12th, 8:05, Sunday against the Cardinals. Caps for all men. For tickets, call 463-1000 or stop by the Center City ticket office at Mellon PSFS, Broad and Chestnut Streets. 1 ball and no strikes to Hill. Hill came over from the Cleveland Indians to the Cubs for Candy Maldonado. Started his career with Toronto. Been hot lately, hitting .353 in the last 14 games. Broken bat flare that's going to be caught by Duncan. So Hill's retired, 2 down. Duncan's had a fine season for the Phillies, and the fans are recognizing that. Dunk leads the All-Star balloting at second base in the early returns.
He really has. He's come up with some big hits. Everybody knows he's a wild swinger, but he hits a lot of those pitches that are close to the strike zone. If I was a pitcher, I'd never throw him a strike.
Eddie Zambrano takes a breaking ball on the outside corner. Zambrano, a power hitter. He was the American Association MVP last year when he hit .303 at Iowa. 32 homers and 115 RBIs. 1-1 to Eddie Zambrano. 28-year-old. Hitting .268 with 5 home runs for the Cubs. Play him against left-hand pitching. 2-1.
From Maracaibo, Venezuela. Beautiful city.
Fouled it straight back. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes to Eddie Zambrano. Him up on the right side. Mariano Duncan in fair territory. Dunk's involved in all 3 outs. No runs, hits, errors, and none left. We go to the third. 1-0 Phils.
There's no place on earth that I'd rather be out in the open where it's all plain to see. If it's gonna get done, it's up to you and to me, and there's no place that I'd rather be. Come on along and head for the mountains of Bushmere. Head for the mountains, it's cold and it's smooth, and it's waiting for you. Come on, head for the mountains of Bushmere.
I've got the world on a string.
Wouldn't you like the world on a string? Switch and get the AT&T Business Advantage, and you can get a whole string of international advantages, like online translating, UPS discounts, fax troubleshooting, and more. Switch to AT&T by July 1st, and we'll tie it all up with a whole month of free calling. For AT&T quality and competitive prices, call 1-800-222-0900. Don't forget, let AT&T work for you.
Gonna take to the streets and spend some time on the road. I need a truck that'll take me where I wanna go. I need a Dodge, Dodge. A 4x4, a 4x2, yeah, new Dodge Ram is changing all of the rules, yeah, Dodge. From America's truck stop, Dodge.
Now, get up to $1,300 in discounts from package value on a Ram pickup at America's Truck Stop, your Dodge dealer.
It's hard to top this one. A free cap featuring the championship logo. Compliments of Texaco. For men 15 and over when the Phillies play the Cardinals Sunday, June 12th at 8:05. Call 463-1000.
Third inning, Phil's lead 1-0. Mariano Duncan leads it off. Dunk walked his first time up. Our trivia question tonight, brought to you by Dodge. There are 6 men in the park tonight who have led their league in triples. Can you name them? Two strikes to Mariano Duncan. He walked his first time up. Fouls it out of play. Still 0-2. Birthday wishes tonight to Carol Lockery. Many happy returns to Carol. 2 strikes to Mariano Duncan. Phil's on top 1-0. Ground ball. The grass really slows it down, and Sandberg easily throws out Duncan. High grass here at Wrigley Field. You got to smoke the ball to get it through this infield. They cut it yesterday, but Wheels maintains that they don't have any blades on those mowers.
Yeah, it's thick too, and it eats the ball up.
There's John Kruk. He flied out to left center his first time up. One strike to Kruk. 90th birthday wishes tonight to Julia Peakey, grandmother of Carlene Peakey. Works at PHL 17. Julia Peakey, 90 years young. 1 ball and 1 strike to the Crucker with 1 out and no base runners. Back through the middle, base hit center field. So Kruk picks up the Phillies' 3rd hit off Anthony Young.
I think Kruk broke his bat on this pitch, but he got it back through the middle, an off-speed pitch, hit it right off the end of the bat. He'll trade that bat for a hit.
Hurt his hands on that base hit, but he'll take it. Here's Darren Dalton. Thought you always wear 2 batting gloves.
He's been wearing those in this series. They're kind of gray.
3 balls and no strikes to Darren Dalton.
I noticed a few hitters, there are a few around now not wearing any, and some are wearing 1. Most wear both gloves on both hands.
Not happy with the call by Greg Bonan, but it's 2 balls and a strike. Wide with it, 3-1. So Dalton will look for a fastball to drive here. John Kruk at first with 1 out. count to Dalton.
Kruk will be moving, I think. He's made 2 good pitches on Dalton, inside corner and outside corner.
There goes Kruk, and Dalton had a cut and fouled it back. So they'll try it again. 3-2 to Darren Dalton. Phillies lead 1-0, 3rd inning.
Dalton fouls off a few here. Kruk will get his wind sprints in for the day.
Kruk going again. Another foul ball. So John will come back.
Wally Bell getting it.
Kruk must have said something to Bell. Kruk is a character, and he must have said something to Wally Bell who was going back. Shades of that time in Colorado when Hollins was hitting, and Kruk kept going on 3-2 pitches.
He walked him, it won't make any difference. Parrott, the catcher, threw anyway.
So Dalton walks, putting 2 men on base with 1 out for Pete Incaviglia, who doubled down the left field line his first time up. The Texaco All-Star Game balloting going on. Your chance to vote for your favorite All-Stars to participate in the '94 Texaco All-Star Game in Pittsburgh. Make sure you vote. Ballots available at the vet or at any participating Texaco outlet. Balloting ends June 27. And be sure to consider the Phils when you vote for the All-Star team. Mariano Duncan leads all second basemen in balloting, and Lenny Dykstra is 3rd among outfielders in the All-Star balloting in the early returns. Two strikes to Incaviglia. Wide with a breaking ball, 1-2. With a high fastball. Second strikeout for Anthony Young. 2 down here in the 3rd. It'll bring up Jim Eisenreich.
Pete took the only strike and swung at the high pitches. Pitch that he has trouble laying off the high fastball.
On the inside corner, 1 strike to Eisenreich. Wide, 1-1. High, 2 balls and a strike. Hit to left field. Now Glenn Allen Hill makes the running grab right near the line. Well hit by Eisenreich. Good running catch by Glenn Allen Hill to retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 2 left. Go to the bottom of the 3rd, 1-0 Phillies.
What would you do with a Motorola pager?
Never miss a meeting.
What would you do?
Mom's not home. Pager.
What about you?
All right, you got the pager number, right?
We're going out.
Cool, this works.
What would you do? You could go anywhere, do anything, and still keep in touch with the people you want to keep in touch with. So what are you waiting for? Get the pager from Motorola, the leader in paging.
It's been our observation that people don't necessarily like the idea of getting older.
It's a gut be gone. Roy just loves his.
In which case, we have a suggestion.
Ta-da! Now make a wish, wish.
A 175 horsepower fountain of youth. The 94 Isuzu Rodeo. Practically amazing.
You're good. But how good are you? They say you're a slam-dunking, in-your-face, elbow-throwing video game maniac. But are you good enough to beat the rest of the world? The 1994 Blockbuster Video World Game Championship. Get the Blockbuster now. Sign up to take on the world. Brought to you in part by Acclaim, Raisinets, Continental, and Domino's Pizza.
Tonight's Phillies game on PHL 17 is brought to you in part by Budweiser. Beechwood Age for a crisp, clean, classic taste. By the AT&T Business Advantage. Let it work for you. And by Dodge. See the award-winning lineup of new cars and trucks at your local Dodge dealer. Steve Buechele leads off for the Cubs. These two were traded for one another, Jackson and Buechele. Danny going from the Cubs to the Pirates. Buechele coming over here. Buechele lifetime just 2 out of 17 against Danny Jackson. Fouls it out of play, 1 strike. Our trivia question tonight brought to you by Dodge. There are 6 men, Whitey, in the park tonight who have led their league in triples. Can you name them?
You must be one of them.
You are one of them. You did it twice.
Only twice, huh?
Jim Eisenreich makes the play, 1 down.
I'd say that Sandberg would be one of them.
That's 2 of them.
How about that Larry Boa?
3 of them.
How about that? How about that Sammy Sosa?
Well, that's a good guess. Incorrect. Sammy does run well. Here's Mark Parrott, the catcher, hitting a .321. Veteran receiver, spent most of his career at San Diego and was released by Baltimore this past December and acquired by the Cubs. Signed as a free agent.
Dykstra should be one, shouldn't he?
Dude would be incorrect.
Is that right? How about that Fregosi?
That is correct. Jim Fregosi. Line drive left field. Base hit for Parrott. Incaviglia gets it back into the infield, and that's the first hit given up by Danny Jackson. 2 more to go, and I'll give you a hint. Both are in the game tonight, playing tonight.
Huh. How about the dunk man?
Oh, wait, one of them's not playing. I thought, that's right, one of them's not playing. Dunkman is correct. And
how about Milt?
No, the last one is not playing tonight. The last one is number 6. Is in the booth right next to us. Not Harry Carey.
Ron Santo.
Ronnie Santo. There's Ron Santo and Tom Brenneman. Santo had some great years as a Cub. Anthony Young bunts it foul. 2 strikes to him. Anthony Young is hitting .211. Knocked in 3 runs. get him to move the runner up here with 1 out in the 3rd.
We have all 6 of them?
Yep.
How about that?
Got the bunt down, but Danny Jackson out in a hurry. Stocker to Duncan, a double play. Stocker really got taken out at second, but had enough on the throw for it to be a 1-6-4 double play on the bunt by Young. Cubs down here in the 3rd. No runs, a hit, no errors, and none left. Chris Wheeler joins Rich Ashford in the 4th after 3, 1-0 Phillies.
I'm bored. Let's count the palm trees again. Why are you looking at me like that, Iggy? You okay? Cut it out. You're weirding me, man. Stop looking at me like that, would ya? You're creeping me out. Cut that out, man.
For the great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down, make it a Bud Light.
Iggy, you're gonna twist my head off.
Oh, man. Look what you did. What I did? Just who do you think you are, man? Who do you think I am?
Easy, fellas. What would he do?
All the yellow pages?
Just any yellow pages?
Genuine yellow pages.
9 out of 10 use it.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
The genuine Bell Atlantic yellow pages.
Ford dealers know some problems can't be diagnosed in the shop, so they have a unique traveling companion, the Portable Vehicle Analyzer. It records engine data in ways no human eyes and ears can. Then it tells us what's wrong, so it can be serviced right the first time. Quality care, where the quality continues.
For service, see your Quality Plus Ford dealer. And while you're there, test drive the new Ford Windstar.
Kellogg's Frosted Flakes is pleased to offer Phillies fans a limited edition Lenny Dykstra print. The print is matted, individually numbered, and comes with a letter of authenticity from the artist. Just bring 2 proofs of purchase from Kellogg's Frosted Flakes 20-ounce size to the Phillies newsstands during home games only. This offer expires July 31st or while supplies last.
What that word mean if it was real?
Yeah. Authenticity is not really that tough. Kevin Stocker, Tom Quinlan, and Danny Jackson, the first 3 batters against Andrew Young. Phillies lead it 1-0 on back-to-back doubles in the 2nd inning by Incaviglia and Eisenreich. Stocker grounded out his first time up.
He took a pretty good shot on that play that ended the inning. But the Phillies were thinking clearly. We were talking about it over on radio that with Parent on first base, you have to think about getting him at second because he can't run a lick. And as soon as the ball was bunted hard to Danny Jackson, he went back to Stocker. And Stocker got unloaded on, but still made a good throw back.
Ball 2 to Stocker.
They're really happy to have Kevin Stocker back, although it presents Fregosi with some problems of trying to get playing time now for Duncan and Morandini, who have both been playing well.
Yeah, the guys that filled in for Kruk, that'd be Ricky Jordan. Jordan did a good job, too.
Yes, he sure did. He did a very good job. And it's a nice problem for Fregosi because now he has a little bit of a bench again for the first time in a while. But he feels bad that, you know, Morandini's hit 12 out of 13. And he has to sit him down. Duncan swinging the bat well. There's Kim Batiste, who has a little bit of a jammed finger right now, but probably could play if they need him.
It's 3-0 to Kevin Stocker. Young has walked 3. Walks haven't hurt him yet. There's a strike. Greg Bonan has done an excellent job behind the plate tonight, Wheels.
Uh-oh. Save the tape for him, too. Greg Bonan is a good umpire.
Ball 4. Leadoff walk for Kevin Stocker. It's the 4th walk. by Young. Quinlan walked his first time up. Let's pause for station identification on the Phillies television network.
You're watching Phillies baseball on WPHL TV, Philadelphia.
Quinlan's batting at .250. Just inside, ball one to Quinlan. Oh, Young a little wild here in the fourth inning. Wind blowing in, not hard, but it is coming in. Swung at a high pitch, inside pitch. 1-1 to count.
Yeah, the wind, it'll be a factor tonight, but not as it is in many games here at Wrigley Field, one way or the other, where it's blowing in so hard or out so hard. It's kind of just a light wind tonight. It's very cool here.
Goes the base runner. He's out. Good tag by Sandberg.
Anthony Young got the ball at home plate in a hurry, too, and that really helped. Stocker takes a look in, but as Whitey said, a good tag by Sandberg to just get him. Whether that was a hit and run or not, it didn't appear to be, although normally when it's a straight steal, you won't see the base runner look in.
Stocker took a peek. 2-2 on Quinlan. Phillies base runners attempting to steal don't get thrown out much. Stocker had not stolen any, or I take that back, he'd stolen 2 and hadn't been thrown out up until that attempt.
I'd like to send happy 59th wedding anniversary, which is along tonight, to Ralph and Marie DeSerbo. Mrs. DeSerbo was 80 years old yesterday, to the parents of our good friend Frank DeSerbo. So happy 59th wedding anniversary.
Ball 2, strike 2 on Quinlan. Fouled it. Phil's lead 1-0 here in the top of the fourth. Laid off, I believe. Yes, he did, according to Joe West. Full count on Quinlan. Fouled into the crowd. Quinlan's big hit this year was that 2-run homer off Draybeck last Sunday. Gave the Phillies a win over Houston.
And he won a game for the Phillies with his glove yesterday, or he helped win a game for the ball club. But those 2 plays he made late in the game, especially the one on Dunston, which would have tied it up. The Phillies were really short with players yesterday, too. It would have not been a good day for them to have to go into extra innings. Fregosi was very happy that he made those plays, because he had a short bench.
Struck him out on a bad pitch. Third strikeout for Young. And Danny Jackson will bat. He sacrificed in the second inning.
Quinlan throws a fastball right down the middle, probably a little bit high, but that's the book on Quinlan and Incaviglia, is they try to go up the ladder with fastballs on them and try to throw breaking balls away, especially to Quinlan.
Jackson's hitting at .214. swings at that high pitch.
DJ hit a ball in the street tonight in batting practice on Waveland Avenue and was very excited about it. Then he hit one of the stands.
Good pitch.
Don't look for that to happen now once the game started.
Not hitting off Mel Roberts now, huh?
Exactly.
Struck him out. No runs, no hits, nobody left. Cubs batting in the fourth. Phillies lead 1-0.
Stubborn Al won't admit his eyes aren't what they used to be.
Come on, Daddy. Why don't you just break down and get some glasses? I mean, what are you afraid of? All it says is that you're blind and old.
Al sees things differently at the eyeglass salon.
Well, plenty of cool guys wear glasses. I'm Wally.
Now life is clearer.
How's it going, Bottles?
On the next Married with Children.
Tomorrow at 6:30 on PHL 17.
It comes specially equipped with dual airbags, cruise control, air conditioning, 4-speaker AM/FM cassette stereo, and power accessories like luxury sedans costing twice the money. The 1994 Nissan Altima GXE. It not only defines what a luxury car should be, it redefines what a luxury car should cost. Lease the Altima for just $750 down and $229 a month for 36 months.
The Braves are coming. Friday, June 24th at 7:35. Saturday, June 25th at 7:05 for Kodak Photo Night. And Sunday, June 26th at 1:35, when kids 14 and under get a free photo pack with pictures of Phillies players, compliments of Mellon PSFS. June is jumping with a pitching powerful Braves. Photo night and a free photo pack. Get your tickets now. Call 463-1000.
Good evening, I'm Neil Hartman with a sports break. The Major League Baseball amateur draft was held today, and the Phillies, choosing 23rd in the first round, chose out of Mississippi State right-hander Colton Lawler. He is a power pitcher, and his numbers this year at Mississippi State, 92 Ks and 103 innings. He's 6'6", 215 pounds, 20 years old, 7-5 record, a pretty high ERA, but the Phillies think this is a power pitcher of the future. Incidentally, in the first round, the first pick, Paul Wilson, Florida State. The Mets got the right-hander, the #1 pick. 1-0 Phils to the bottom of the fourth. Wheels and Richie.
Thanks, Neil. Bob Carpenter would have loved that pitcher they drafted.
Bob Carpenter loved big, tall pitchers.
Top of the order here, Sosa, Dunston, Sandberg to face Danny Jackson. Sosa grounded out to third in the first inning.
I hear from Bob Carpenter's son, what's his name? Bruley? Quite a bit. He is still a great, great baseball fan and Phillies fan. Loves to watch the games and calls every once in a while just to talk about things. He is a tremendous fan.
Ball one to Sosa. And the ground ball to Stocker. Got him. One down. Jackson's only allowed one hit so far, and that was wiped out in a double play.
He has good control tonight. The last two times out, the one in St. Louis and the game that he pitched at the Vet last week, he worked behind hitters constantly. He did not have good command of his sinker or breaking ball. Tonight, right out of the chute, he's throwing the ball in the area where he wants to.
Dunston was called out on strikes in the first inning. It's gone, I believe. Home run. Sean Dunston has tied the game with his 4th home run of the year. Wind didn't stop that one.
No, the wind's not going to stop him too much if you hit it like that tonight. Looked like Danny Jackson got that ball right in the middle of the plate after we just talked about how good his control's been. But this ball is right where Dunston wants it. See if you can see it here. Looked like a slider. Yeah, he either wanted to backdoor him or get it further inside. And he threw a breaking ball in the middle of the plate, and he hit it a long way.
Dunston really hadn't hurt the Phillies in this series until that home run. Sandberg takes outside. He flied out to center field in his first at bat. 1-1 tie. Should be easy for Eisenreich. Camps under it. 2 outs. And Mark Grace will bat. He is grounded out. Phillies will play these Cubs back in Philadelphia starting next Monday night, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday nights at 7:35. The Cards come in for a long weekend starting Thursday night, Saturday night at 7:05. Sunday night game. Sunday night, 8:05. And that's men's cap night. Special Sunday night game against the Cardinals. Call 463-1000 for tickets. Strike one on Grace. And a little chopper. They'll have to hurry. Got him. Good play by Tom Quinlan to retire the side, but the Cubs get a run on Dunston's home run. 1 run, 1 hit, nobody left. After 4 full innings, we're tied 1-1.
Driver, do you have any Bud Light in your vehicle?
Yes.
Then I am Mr. Gallywikich.
You mean Dr. Galakowicz?
Yes, I am. This is so cool.
First time in a limo? Doctor?
In a limo this small.
If you want great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down, make it a Bud Light.
Even with all the discussion about our nation's health care, Independence Blue Cross and Pennsylvania Blue Shield continue their 56-year mission more aggressively than ever. Thanks to the Blue Cross Blue Shield Caring Foundation, thousands of needy kids receive free health coverage at no cost to our commercial customers. Our special care program makes basic and preventive benefits available to hard-working adults who can't afford traditional coverage. We cover hundreds of thousands of individuals, senior citizens, and small businesses, giving them the peace of mind that comprehensive insurance can't provide, which in most cases would not be available elsewhere. All this, plus our attractive, affordable programs like Personal Choice and Keystone. And we're doing the job with one of the lowest administrative expense ratios in the nation. That helps hold down your premiums. Within this ever-changing healthcare environment, Independence Blue Cross and Pennsylvania Blue Shield stand by their commitment to high-quality, accessible health insurance for everyone. No wonder we're the health plan you can lean on.
Here's how they scored. Phillies broke on top in the second inning on back-to-back doubles by Pete Incaviglia and Jim Eisenreich and led 1-0. And then Sean Dunston's solo homer in the 4th inning has tied the ball game at 1-1 as we go to the 5th.
Top of the order, Dykstra, Duncan, and Kruk. Face Young. Dykstra's 0 for 2. Struck out, popped out. Breaking ball in the dirt. And in the dirt again, ball 2. Dykstra, the co-player of the month of May, with Mike Piazza. Ripped foul past first. Three and 1 on Dykstra. Phillies sent Tom Marsh, Bob Wells, and
Toby Borland
down to Scranton, Wilkes-Barre, and Kruk and Stocker came back. Ball's hit hard. It is off the wall. Sosa plays it. Dykstra into second with a double. Boy, he ripped that line drive hard against that right field wall.
You know, you hit a lot of cheapies in this place because of how short it is. But that ball's probably a home run at home. But here, that's pretty deep when you get out to right field in that well area. Lenny Dykstra hit this ball hard on a line, and it just wasn't high enough to get into the seats.
Third double of the game for the Phillies. In Cavilian Eisenreich doubled in the second to score a run. Now Dykstra with a leadoff double, and Duncan will try to move him.
24 doubles for Lenny Dykstra. Another tremendous offensive season for him.
Trying to move the runner. Strike one on Duncan. Duncan has walked and grounded out.
Boy, has Duncan done a good job this year hitting balls to the right side when Dykstra gets to second base. Andy Carter's fielded 2 foul balls down there in the bullpen.
Duncan moves that runner about as well as anybody.
Especially for a right-handed hitter.
There it is, a base hit. Dykstra with a late start. He'll hold at third. Moved him with a base hit. First and third, nobody out for John Kruk.
That happens so many times for Duncan that he's just trying to hit a ball to the right side to get Lenny over, and he winds up getting a hit. Now, Dykstra, that ball was in the air for a while, so Dykstra had to make sure it went through and it wasn't a line drive that Sandberg could handle. See right there, it is in the air. There it hits the ground and goes through, so that's why he got the late start.
Mo Drabowski, the Cubs pitching coach, coming out to talk to Anthony Young. And Young's in some fifth inning trouble. Mariano Duncan, a .359 hitter with runners in scoring position. I played with Mo Drabowski here in Chicago.
Myron Drabowski. Large Polish population here in Chicago. I'm sure Mo is very popular here.
Infield is back. They trade a run for a double play right here. They're trying to stay out of an inning. John Kruk is 1 for 2 with a single. That might be the double play. There's 1 and 2. The run scores. Dykstra scores as Kruk hits into a quick double play.
Well, the Cubs got what they wanted out of it, and the Phillies get the lead. So both sides are fairly happy. As Lenny Dykstra scores yet another run. A dead double play ball hit by John Kruk.
Phil's lead at 2-1. Darren Dalton the batter. Well, Kruk won't be too happy, I guarantee you.
Dykstra already has 51 runs scored.
Ball 1 to Dalton. Dalton has popped out and walked. There's a strike.
Dave Otto, left-hander, who was with the Pirates last year, starting to loosen.
A ball and 2 strikes to Dalton. Two outs and nobody on base. Close. 2-2 the count. Ball is hit pretty well. Hill makes a catch. The wind did hold that ball up, I believe. That'll retire the side. The Phillies are run on 2 hits, nobody left on. Cubs batting in the 5th. Phil's lead 2-1.
Ford dealers have a system for repairs, starting with the service advisor. He's the main customer contact in diagnosing problems and getting the job done.
We'll get this car.
He can help save you time. He can help save you money. And you can find him here. Quality care, where the quality continues.
For service, see your Quality Plus Ford dealer. And while you're there, test drive the new Ford Windstar.
This is the ride you get with our competitor's gasoline.
How long is this gonna be? Looks like it's wiener brain. Wrong brain. Mom!
This is the ride you get with Sunoco and Atlantic gasolines. Fill up with our top 2 grades at participating Sunoco and Atlantic stations, and we'll give you 5 free Collector's Edition baseball cards. Collect the set featuring 24 of some of today's hottest players.
Hey, how about all of mine for all
A more
yours?
enjoyable ride from Sunoco and Atlantic.
It comes specially equipped with dual airbags, cruise control, air conditioning, 4-speaker AM/FM cassette stereo, and power accessories like luxury sedans costing twice the money. The 1994 Nissan Altima GXE. It not only defines what a luxury car should be, it redefines what a luxury car should cost. Lease the Altima for just $750 down and $229 a month for 36 months.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Pico Energy. There's a new kind of energy around here, Pico Energy. Bell Atlantic Mobile, a mobile phone is only as good as the system it's on. Choose Bell Atlantic Mobile. And by Nissan, we build more into every car and truck we make. Nissan, it's time to expect more from a car. Cubs will bat Glenell and Hill, Zambrano and Buechele against Danny Jackson here in the 5th. Hill popped out his first time up. Phillies lead it 2-1 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Seems like we've been in Chicago a long time, and we have.
Really?
Since Sunday night. Ball 1 to Hill.
That's been weird too, because of day game, night game, day game, and now wait around here all the way until the night to play again.
And ball 2. My room service bill might have set a record. Had my daughter Jeannie in town and friends of hers, including Christian. There's a strike outside corner.
Yeah, they did look happy at that front desk today when you were checking out.
Did you have a problem checking out? You held up the whole line.
I did not. Those people in front of me were doing that. It took me 2 minutes to check out.
3-1 on Hill. Danny Jackson hasn't walked anybody yet. Ground ball at Duncan. Hill's out on a fairly close play. 1 away. Red Zambrano, who popped out in his first at bat. He was the MVP at Iowa last year in that league. Pops him up, but Dalton can't get it. It's a couple of rows back.
So Jim Fregosi and John Vukovic, both of them up there near the top of that dugout, making sure that Dalton didn't run into the wall. He had a shot at it. I'll see whether you can see them here, but they see Fregosi right there and Vukovic both talking to Dalton. You saw Dalton go into a slide as he got near the wall. The two guys they can't lose.
Looks like
talking about it.
Like Vukovic would have thrown his body in there.
Not quite. They can't lose Dalton and they can't lose Dykstra. Oop. You win a few games, you get a few more smiles down there.
Ball and a strike on Zambrano.
He doesn't smile a lot anyway.
He's a grouch. Just missed, a little high and outside. 2-1 the count. 2-1 Phillies lead, bottom of the fifth. Phillies lost the first game of this series, won the next two. Fouled into the crowd. 2-2 the count. Pretty good pitching in this game tonight by Young and Jackson. High with a slider. It's a full count on Zambrano.
Jackson's run 2 3-ball counts here in the 5th inning.
He walked him. First walk by Jackson. Steve Buechele will bat. He flied out to right field in the 3rd inning.
Buechele's a good guy to work away now. Let's see if you can get him to hit a ground ball, because he does not run very well. And Danny Jackson's been throwing quite a few ground balls this year.
It's a little high with that one. Ball 1.
They have Otto back up in the bullpen, the left-hander. Parent due to bat next, and then the pitcher. So they might be thinking about hitting for him.
Fouled into the crowd on the right side. A ball and a strike to Buechele.
Former general manager of WOGL, Steve Carver, just stopped in to see us. He is now the general manager of WBBM Radio, News Radio 78 here in Chicago. Used to work there.
Been a little high with most of his pitches tonight.
Well, he doesn't have command this inning, and he's had command. That's what I was talking about last inning. Is Danny Jackson's really had command of his pitches early on in this game. Now he is struggling in this inning with his location.
2-1 the count to Buechele. Again.
It's almost as if he's lost his release point on his breaking ball, especially, and you see Padres and Vukovic looking on.
It's a tenuous lead. 2-1 Phillies. Tenuous in this ballpark, certainly. Goes the runner. What are they calling? Interference.
It's called ball. Yeah, see, I think Bonan called it ball 4. And now they're appealing to first for the strike to see if it was a strike on Buechele, and Joe West said yes, it's a strike.
I think he did swing, and that's what they call it. And they get the runner trying to steal. Tom Trebelhorn's going to come out. Buechele thought it was ball 4, but I think he swung at the pitch. That's what Joe West called a swing. And Perrette Zambrano, he stopped about halfway between first and second. So Dalton threw him out easily. Well, they're going to lose that argument. It's a judgment call. Look at it.
Yeah, here it is.
Yeah,
he swung outside, and then the appeal to first, and they said Buechele swung at it.
Well, he did swing. There's no question. Zambrano doesn't even.
Yeah, now he's out at second. But that's only strike 2, right on the.
Yeah, it's a full count now.
Yeah. And that's what got the play all messed up that the Cubs are upset about.
Strike is a strike. So.
You see, he calls it a ball, right? I mean, and now the runner slows down because he thinks it's a ball 4. But that's, you know, that's the way it goes. When they make the appeal to first, Joe West says it's a strike, and the runner's out at second. It's a 3-2 count.
Duncan made the put out at second. Yeah, this is no question that it's a swing.
Yeah.
He went well across the plate.
There's the runner, Zambrano, going into second. He eases up. He thought it was ball 4 because the home plate umpire says, you know, he doesn't call it a strike because he's looking to get a check swing call out of it.
And there's 2 outs and nobody on. A full count to Buechele. Fouled back. Danny Jackson got a little break there because that was ball 4. I mean, if the hitter had not have swung.
Sure, that's Greg Bonan, the home plate umpire, called it a ball because the pitch was out of the strike zone.
Struck him out. That'll retire the side. No runs, no hits.
Buechele and Joe West, he's going to throw him out. There he goes.
Yeah, there he goes.
Oh, Bonan threw him out too. They both got him.
Nobody left on base after 5 full innings. Phillies 2, the Cubs 1.
Remember, you're playing for Bud Light, ladies. The boys are back in town.
These guys are good.
Who are you calling guys?
Yeah.
Looks like you're in the finals. Ma'am, for the great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down, make it a Bud Light.
You're the defending ladies pool champion?
Yes, I am.
Nobody does it like you, the way that you do. Nobody's got the power to please me.
Hoover's exclusive 2-tank system lets you pick up wet in one tank, then switch to a separate tank to pick up dry. So there's no mess emptying, wet or dry.
Nobody does it like you.
Look for special values on the wet-dry vac during Hoover Cleans Up America Days.
Ford Probe GT has been called the most cost-effective rocket coupe. The best value in the hot sports coupe class. And the affordable master of multifunctional fun. Ford Probe GT, the most award-winning sports coupe in its class, is now even more affordable with 2.9% APR or special low lease terms. Ford Probe, an affordable front-wheel drive sports coupe. What a concept.
Well, after 5, both the starters still in the ball game. Danny Jackson has struck out 2, walked 1. Anthony Young with 4 walks and 4 strikeouts. Phillies have 5 hits and the Cubs have 2. The Phillies have had Young in quite a bit of trouble, but just lead the game by a score of 2-1. Good ball game after 5. Now, Buechele got thrown out. We'll see what we see it. He takes a full swing at Joe West after this is over. Now watch. He starts barking at West, and then he'll take a full swing with the bat. Just watch right there. He takes a full swing, and then Joe West says, "See you later," after he does that.
And then Bonan got him.
And then Greg Bonan says, "You're out of here too." Boom, he gets him. It only cost him 1 fine though.
Tony Muser, the third base coach down there, trying to get him away. Sanchez will come in and play third.
I guess Buechele saying, now here's what a full swing looks like. And Joe West did not appreciate that.
In Cavilla, the leadoff hitter here in the 6th, is 1 for 2 with a double and a run scored. Takes low, ball 1. In Cavilla, Eisenreich, Stocker. First 3 batters here in the 6th. Good play by Sanchez. Got him. Whoa. I'm not so sure Buechele would have made that play.
Buechele's really good, but he's not as quick as Sanchez, who last year, every time he played shortstop against the Phillies, made great plays one after another. He's a terrific little extra man on a ball club.
Jim Eisenreich, the batter, is 1 for 2 with a double and a run scored.
See how far he had to go to his left. Incaviglia broke his bat on it, or he probably would have had a base hit, and that slowed it up a little bit, but that's still a good play.
Ball 1 on Eisenreich.
Otto continues to throw in the bullpen. Young is due to bat second in the 6th inning for the Cubs.
Fooled on that low pitch.
They have a huge overshift on tonight on Eisenreich, with the center fielder Sosa playing in left center. There you see the defense. And it helped them when Eisenreich hit that ball in the 3rd inning with 2 men on base. Glenn Allen Hill was playing him well over and ran a ball up, down near the line.
Ball and 2 strikes on Eisenreich. Two and 2 the count. Phillies lead 2-1, top of the 6th. Full count. You spent the last few days with these umpires. Where are they going after this?
I have no idea.
Did he not swing? Frank Pulley says no swing.
That might get the Cubs upset.
5th walk by Young. And Kevin Stocker grounded out and walked. 0 for 1.
That's Tom Trebelhorn seated. Chuck Cottier, his bench coach, beside him.
Foul back to the screen. A strike on Stocker. Young has walked 5, and not one of them has hurt him yet, except for a lot of pitches. Ball and a strike on Stocker.
Tell they want to get him through this inning, because then they'll probably hit for him. And Trebelhorn has already used a player that he didn't want to use early on because of the ejection of Buechele. He's had to use Sanchez. I don't think he necessarily wants to make a double switch here.
There's a bunt, and it's a good one. Sanchez made. Oh, he got him. Whoa, Grace made that play. Sanchez made a great play, and so did Grace.
Yeah, it's hard to believe Grace could have kept his foot on the bag there, but obviously he did, because there's no argument. Sanchez does all he can do. He throws it in the general direction of first base. Watch Grace shift, comes across, catches the ball, and comes across the bag. That's a terrific play by Mark Grace.
He had his foot on it all right.
Sure did. It's out. It's an out. Boy, that looked like a base hit.
I got to walk Quinlan intentionally to get to the pitcher here. Give Sanchez It's another play Buechele would not have made. It's too bad they threw him out. Young might have been in a lot of trouble, except for Sanchez here. He's made 2 excellent plays.
And Sanchez really is a shortstop. Phillies will take this. They're happy about this because they turn the lineup over here.
Quinlan gets the intentional walk. Well, if you're looking for Phillies caps, jackets, shirts, blankets, bags, balls, keychains, mugs, videos, and more, look for the Phillies official souvenir and gift catalog and look for the Kellogg's special offer. Call the Phillies at 463-1000 and ask for a copy of the Phillies souvenir and gift catalog. Danny Jackson with 2 on and 2 outs. Ball 1 on Danny Jackson.
95 pitches for Anthony Young, so that's another reason why you have to think this is his last inning.
Jackson is sacrificed and struck out. That's high, ball 2. He doesn't want to walk.
No, if he walks Jackson, and if Jackson were to get on here, then Otto's going to come into the ball game right away because Dykstra's on deck and Otto's a left-handed pitcher. There's Trebelhorn and Cartier hoping that somehow Anthony Young can get them out of this inning.
Base hit. Here comes Eisenreich. Oh, he scores. And the runners move up. Quinlan all the way to third. Danny Jackson all the way to second. And the Phillies lead it 3-1 on Danny Jackson's line drive to left.
Well, Anthony Young got behind Danny Jackson, threw a fastball down the middle, and he hooks it into left field for a base hit. Glenn Allen Hill's throw looks like it's a little bit wide. And Eisenreich sees where the catcher is and just kind of comes around him. You know,
went to the inside part of the plate.
That's where the base runner has to read where the catcher is, which Eisenreich did, and he had no chance of tagging.
And Tom Trebelhorn is coming out. So he'll make the change against Lenny Dykstra. Phillies lead it 3-1 on Jackson's second RBI of the year. We've got a pitching change, and the AT&T call to the bullpen salutes Star Tours in Trenton, New Jersey. Star Tours is the largest motor coach company in the Delaware Valley.
Ford Probe GT has been called the most cost-effective rocket coupe. The best value in the hot sports coupe class. And the affordable master of multifunctional fun. Ford Probe GT, the most award-winning sports coupe in its class, is now even more affordable with 2.9% APR or special low lease terms. Ford Probe, an affordable front-wheel drive sports coupe. What a concept.
Come see the Phillies take on Ryne Sandberg and the Cubs Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, June 6th, 7th, and 8th, all at 7:35, followed by the Cardinals. Thursday and Friday, June 9th and 10th at 7:35. Saturday the 11th at 7:05. And a special Sunday night at 8:05 when men 15 and over get a free cap featuring the '93 championship logo, compliments of Texaco. The Cubs and the Cards capped off with a free hat. For tickets, call 463-1000.
Phil's lead 3-1. Travel arranged through U.S. Air, offering daily nonstop service between Philadelphia and Mexico City. Non-stop to Mexico City. U.S. Air begins with you. Left-hander, the big left-hander, Dave Otto, no wins, no losses. ERA of 4.50. This is his 13th ball game, and he'll face Lenny Dykstra.
Phillies saw Otto last year in a Pirates uniform. Throws a lot of breaking balls, can be tough on left-handed hitters because he comes from the side a little bit. And the big gangly guy, one of the 2 guys in the league whose name is a palindrome.
Palindrome, right.
Rob Nen, the other guy from Florida.
Runners second and third, 2 outs. The Phillies lead it 3-1. Dykstra's 1 for 3 with a double and a run scored. Well, Danny Jackson really helped himself, and Young was finally hurt by a walk. That walk scored. Danny Jackson in his last 5 starts is 6 for 14 as a hitter. Strike on the outside corner. As I remember, the Phillies really used to hit this guy when he was with Pittsburgh. Dave Otto. Little high, 1-1 the count. This is Krim warming up. Chuck Krim. High again.
Well, that's what he didn't want to have to do, is use 2 pitchers. Because now Otto, they're going to try and hope Otto can get out of this. And then they'll hit for him in the 6th inning. If Lenny Dykstra were to get on, he might bring Krim in to pitch to Duncan. And then he probably would have to double switch.
Booted by Dunston. Whoop. Danny Jackson, almost circled third base a little too far, but that's going to be another run. And they're giving Dunston an error.
Right, they're giving Dunston an error. Danny Jackson came hoofing around third because he loves to run the bases. Danny is a good athlete. He's thinking about scoring. Larry Boa threw the brakes up on him, and Danny Jackson took a fall and then started crawling back and got back in time.
Well, that's puts runners on first and third. Phillies lead at 4-1 now. 2 outs, and Mariano Duncan the batter. Mariano is 1 for 2 with a single and a walk and a ground out. High in the air, playable, I think, and caught out there by Zambrano, and that'll retire the side. But the Phillies score 2 runs on only 1 hit. There was a couple of walks and an error. Cubs batting in the 6th. Phillies lead 4-1.
I can't believe there's so much to do. I can't believe the fun goes on the whole year through. The time of your life is just a phone call away. 1-800
See the Phillies take on Ryne Sandberg and the Cubs Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, June 6th, 7th, and 8th, all at 7:35, followed by the Cardinals. Thursday and Friday, June 9th and 10th at 7:35. Saturday the 11th at 7:05. And a special Sunday night at 8:05 when men 15 and over get a free cap featuring the 93 championship logo, compliments of Texaco. The Cubs and the Cards capped off with a free hat. For tickets, call 463-1000.
At Geo, we've thought a lot about safety. That's why Geo Prism comes with standard dual airbags and available anti-lock brakes. In addition, it's equipped with a rugged steel safety cage. You see, we not only want to make accidents easier to avoid, we also want to make them easier to walk away from.
Call 1-800-GET-TO-KNOW and get to know Geo Prism with over 100 standard safety.
Tonight's Phillies game is brought to you by Bud Light. It won't fill you up and never let you down, so make it a Bud Light. Your Quality Plus Ford dealer who invites you to test drive the brand new 1994 Mustang convertible. And by the Yellow Pages, 9 out of 10 people use the genuine Bell Atlantic Yellow Pages. Cubs batting here in the 6th. Mark Parent will lead it off. He singled his first time up, probably a pinch hitter.
Some guys across the street looking for some home run balls, as Kevin Roberson will be the pinch hitter for Otto.
Parent, Roberson, and Sosa to face Danny Jackson. Parent has one of the 2 Cub hits. The other was a home run by Sean Dunston. Fouled away. Danny Jackson has only struck out 2, but he's only walked 1.
You're thinking Mark Parent looks big. He's 6'5", 250. That's a big man. He can block umpires too behind home plate. I've heard them talk about it. He can be a little tough to umpire behind because of his size.
2-1 the count on Parent. Nice crowd on hand tonight. Probably around 30,000. Foul ball. Two and 2 the count. Clear night here in Chicago, but it's cold. It's probably high 40s, low 50s. Beautiful city, Chicago. Just squirts through for a base hit. So Mark Parent is 2 for 2.
Here's Mark Parent's base hit up the middle. This is a really slow infield here, but he hit that perfectly. Right over the mound, almost right behind the bag, and Stocker couldn't quite get to it.
Kevin Robertson, the batter. Pinch hitter for Dave Otto. Swings at a low pitch, strike 1.
Robertson is a switch hitter who probably is a little bit better from the left side.
Strike 2. He's a .235 hitter.
Yeah, and he doesn't bat right-handed a whole lot. They like to use him more as a left-handed batter, and he has more power from the left side.
Fouled it off. Fans sit very close to the ball field here, as you can see. Great park to watch a game. Way high and outside.
Robertson hit 9 home runs for the Cubs last year, 7 of them left-handed. Here's Whitey says how close these fans are to the action.
Really have to be alert for foul balls. Way up in the air, Lenny Dykstra has a beat on it and makes the catch. That's 1 down with a runner on first. Sammy Sosa will bat. He has twice grounded out. Saw a fan hit here one day with a bat. It got away from Wally Post.
We don't have a whole lot of time to duck in some areas here. place still has a great charm to it. Been here so many times as you have, and it's still fun to come to this place.
Great fans. They haven't had a World Series here since 1945. That was the year Harry Carey started broadcasting Major League Baseball in St. Louis.
Yeah. Harry is really big in this town.
His 50th year. The strike on Sosa.
You had Harry on the radio pregame show today. He's always entertaining.
He was on a soapbox today.
There he is, right next to us. He's on radio right now.
Says he wants to work until the Cubs get into a World Series. Well, I don't know. He might have to live to be 100.
He might.
2 strikes on Sosa. Danny Jackson doesn't throw many changeups. He throws a few now and again, but almost everything he throws is hard. Fastball and slider.
And a hard sinker he's come up with the last couple of years and using very effectively this year. He's established in and out to Sosa in this at bat, so see which way they go here.
Dykstra right there. Makes the catch. That's 2 away.
He went back in on him and jammed him. Sammy Sosa had a pretty good swing at it, but Danny Jackson had the ball in on his hands. See here, you see Darren Daulton slide in. Jackson gets it in on him. Sosa just does not get extended there and doesn't drive it.
With that just above the trademark. John Dunston, who has accounted for the Cubs' only run with a 4th inning solo home run.
Hurt Jackson last time up on a high breaking ball.
He's 1 for 2 on the night. He's also struck out.
Have Perrin on at first base, a slow-footed catcher, so John Kruk is playing off him with 2 outs. You see Kruk there just in a little bit, and then he'll bounce back to take away the hole on the right side.
Ball 1 on Dunston. Fouled it. It's the only game being played in the major leagues tonight. One-day game. Baltimore beat Detroit 11-5. Camden Yards. Good cut at that pitch. Fouled it off. We're in the bottom of the 6th. Phillies lead 4-1. One of those runs unearned on Dunston's error. Fly out of here tonight after the game to Houston for the weekend. Ripped to left field. Incaviglia will cut it off. And Parent slides into third safely. Dunston has 2 of the hits, a double now and a home run.
Slow-footed Mark Parent on at first base, so even though the ball dies out here, he has no chance to score. In fact, Incaviglia decides he has a better chance to get him than he does to stop Dunston at first base. So he throws to third. A lot of times they'll just throw into second to keep the runner at first, but Dunston was going to make it.
Ryan Sandberg, the batter, has twice flied out to the outfield. It's a big hitter for Danny Jackson. Second and third, 2 outs. Jackson will pitch out of the windup. Low, ball 1. There's a good pitch on the outside corner. Danny Jackson would like to save these 2 runs if he can against the tough hitter, Ryan Sandberg. Chop foul at home plate. 1-2 the count. Pause for station identification on the Phillies television network.
You're watching Phillies baseball on WPHL TV, Philadelphia.
Plesac, left-hander, warming up for the Cubs. And the ground ball booted, and I mean really booted by Kruk. I think they'd have had a play.
Oh, Jackson was there. Yeah, he was going to. Danny Jackson was covering, and Kruk kicks it. Like it went off his knee.
It's an error on John Kruk, and it's a 4-2 lead now.
Here it is again, and it kicks off Kruk. You see, Danny Jackson was there. Kruk had fielded it. They had a heck of a chance to get Sandberg. So a misplay by Kruk.
Johnny Padres out. That's an unearned run. The Phillies now lead at 4-2 with runners first and third, 2 outs.
Phillies bullpen starting to stir a little bit as Danny Jackson should be out of this inning.
Mark Grace, the batter.
He made a real good pitch as we look at Quantrill getting up. Paul Quantrill, the new pitcher. He made a great pitch to Sandberg and got him to hit a little roller off the end of the bat.
Grace is 0 for 2, has grounded out twice. Each team has committed an error that's cost them a run. Dunston and now Kruk. Ball 1 to Grace. Check swing, foul ball, out of play. Ball and a strike on Grace.
Grace knows he tried to check his swing there. Knows he should be 2-0, and you see he's a little upset with himself as he went after that pitch.
That was close, just missed. 2-1 to count. First and third, 2 outs, bottom of the 6th. Danny Jackson holding on to a 4-2 lead. Should have been out of the inning. Foul over the Phillies dugout on the first base side. Count evens up at 2-2.
They're playing Grace as an opposite field hitter. As you look at those fans who had a chance for a foul ball. And Danny Jackson's been pitching him away for the most part in this at bat.
Throwing him all fastballs. I'm surprised he hadn't mixed in a slider.
Right now.
There it is. That's it.
Locked him.
Struck him out to retire the side. 1 run, 2 hits, an error, costly error, and 2 left on. Harry Kellis joins Wheels in the 7th after 6 full. Phillies lead the Cubs 4-2.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's wrestle!
Hi, Rick. Hey, Brian. How the wife and kids? How's your mom? Good. She says hi. Good.
And the winner of tonight's match receives Ice Cold Bud Light. Bud Light!
For the great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down, make it a Bud Light.
For cars designed to perform better with higher octane gasoline, Texaco now gives you new Clean System 3 Power Plus and Power Premium, both with an advanced system of engine cleaning designed to work overtime for the highest performance, lower emissions, and improved mileage. Changing what gasoline can do. New Clean System 3 Power Plus and Power Premium from Texaco. Give us 60 days and watch what can happen.
I wonder what the warranty covers. How does Prism's 24-hour roadside assistance work anyway? Can I get anti-lock brakes? Are the dual airbags really standard?
Before you buy a new car, you have a lot of questions. Call 1-800-GET-TO-KNOW and get to know all the answers about the Geo Prism.
How about if I just take this one?
This Saturday, shop Strawbridge & Clothier's warehouse sale on Island Avenue near the airport. Save on housewares, furniture, and electronics. This Saturday from 8:30 to 5.
Renegade, Sundays at 7 on PHL 17.
After 6 innings of play, it's the Phillies 4 and the Cubs 2. Tomorrow at 6:30, Al sees his family like never before. And at 7, Kelly is cast in a music video on Married with Children, only on PHL 17. John Kruk leads it off for the Phillies here in the 7th inning. Ball club leads it by 2, and back for play-by-play is Harry Kellis.
All right, thanks, Wheels. And Dan Plesac is the new pitcher. This will be his 27th game. He's won 1, lost 2, no saves, 3.67 ERA. 27 innings of work, 25 hits, 11 earned runs, 25 strikeouts and 7 walks. And there's that Ray Sanchez again. He's made about 3 good plays in this ball game. 1 down in the 7th.
As Sanchez came into the game when Buechele got run, and as Harry said, he's made a couple of really good plays. And there's another one to his right, throws him out. Whenever the Phillies see Ray Sanchez, he plays well.
Left-hand hitters now are 1 for 30 this year against Plesac. Steve Finley of Houston is the only one to get a left-hand hitter to get a hit off him. Dalton takes one high for a ball. One ball and no strikes to Dalton. He's popped up, walk, fly to deep left. Beats a foul, and it's 1-1. Ball and a strike to Dalton. Breaking ball missing. Plesac, 32 years old, 6'5", 215-pounder. Two and two. It out of play. It's still 2 and 2 to Darren Dalton. Bills lead it 4-2. We are in the 7th. Dalton hitless in 2 lifetime at bats against Plesac. Full count to Darren Dalton. Ground ball, but gobbled up by Mark Grace. That's 2 down, and that'll bring up Pete Incaviglia. Grace has won 2 consecutive Gold Gloves. Incaviglia's doubled, struck out, and grounded out.
He does not have good lifetime numbers off Plesac.
0 for 15.
That's amazing.
That is amazing.
Since you consider it's a right-left match.
Yeah.
Not many left-hand pitchers will own Incaviglia like that. One strike to Incaviglia.
Guy had numbers similar to that against Incaviglia is Greg Swindell of the Houston Astros, and Inky caught up to him a little bit last year and hit a home run off him at the Astrodome. They're entirely different pitchers, though. Swindell throws a lot of change-ups, pitches away, throws high fastballs. Plesac is basically a hard thrower with a hard slider.
Well, he throws Incaviglia high fastballs like that one.
That's his hole. So Anthony Young,
2 strikes.
Anthony Young went after him with high fastballs early in the game.
One and 2 to Incaviglia with 2 down here in the 7th. Outside, 2 and 2. Phillies will not be seeing Swindell in the series at Houston, so 2 series with the Astros, and Swindell will not have pitched either one of them the series. He really jammed him. A broken back ground ball to Dunston, who just got Incaviglia. That will retire the side. No runs, hits, errors, none left. Stretch time here at Wrigley. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Phillies lead 4-2.
Darren Daulton and the National League champion Phillies head into Texas to take on Jeff Bagwell and the Houston Astros tomorrow on PHL 17. The Astros are looking to rocket to the top of the Central Division standings, but Lenny Dykstra and the Fightin' Phils are going to keep them grounded. It's the Phillies and the Astros tomorrow and Saturday at 8, and then again Sunday at 2:30, only on PHL 17.
We play the Phillies on 17.
Phils Astros tomorrow at 8.
Falling in love again. What am I to do? Whenever I see you, I can't help it. In love again. Oh, what am I to do?
At Pizza Hut, now that any medium specialty pizza is only $7.99 and any second medium just $5, it's a great time to fall in love again with Pizza Hut. You can't help it.
It comes specially equipped with dual airbags, cruise control, air conditioning, 4-speaker AM/FM cassette stereo, and power accessories like luxury sedans costing twice the money. The 1994 Nissan Altima GXE. It not only defines what a luxury car should be, it redefines what a luxury car should cost. Lease the Altima for just $750 down and $229 a month for 36 months.
I'm Dick Vermeil. What is the best way to ensure an adequate intake of cereal grains? Start with breakfast. Oats are a very nutritious food and contain almost no fat. If you're trying to lose weight, include a low-fat, high-carbohydrate breakfast as part of your weight loss program.
Here's your game summary by Chevrolet. Lenny Dykstra has his 24th double in the ballgame and has scored his 51st run. Danny Jackson, 6 strong innings. Sean Dunston with a solo home run, and both teams have made errors that have led to unearned runs in the ballgame.
Would you have called Dunston's an error on Dykstra's ball?
I thought it was an error. Yeah.
I thought. Yeah. I don't think he could have thrown Lenny out.
No.
I didn't think so. And Jackson had held his ground at second, so he would have had no play at third. He was in the hole.
I thought he was playing him there, and he didn't have far. You know, he was almost stationary when the ball was hit to him, and he should have caught it and thrown him out. So I can see why he scored it there. It's a tough call.
When Allen Hill fouls it back, 1 ball and 1 strike to Hill. He is hit a humpback line drive out to Duncan and grounded out to Duncan. Phil's lead 4-2. We're in the bottom of the 7th. Rips it. Oh, what a grab by Quinlan. Quinlan has put on a defensive display at third base. And he makes the play so effortlessly. One down on a screaming line drive by Hill.
Boy, was it ever. Rips this ball, and Quinlan, all he can do is just flash to his right. And he does make it look easy.
Boy, he has had some defensive series. Brilliant game yesterday. Another great game tonight. Fouled out of play, Eddie Zambrano. He's popped up, and he has walked. One ball and one strike to Zambrano. Good breaking ball at the knees, 1-2. Got him with a slider, struck him out. Fourth strikeout for Jackson.
So Danny Jackson's hard breaking ball. Zambrano sees this ball in the middle of the plate and swings at it, and when he finishes it, it's way down and in. That was a good. That looked like the slider Danny Jackson threw in that year he won 20+ games.
Best slider he's thrown tonight. He hadn't had a real effective slider.
That was
until this point, yeah. And pretty much relying on that sinking fastball and the 4-seam and 2-seam fastball. Sanchez hits it to Stocker, and it's a quick 1-2-3 inning here in the 7th. No runs, hits, errors, none left. We go to the 8th inning. Phil's lead 4-2.
I'm bored. Let's count the palm trees again. Why are you looking at me like that, Iggy?
You okay?
Cut it out. You're weirding me, man.
Stop looking at me like that, would ya? You're creeping me out. Cut that out, man.
For the great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down, make it a Bud Light.
Iggy, you're gonna twist my head off. Iggy.
This isn't about basketball. It's about business.
Here's a short course on small business.
So what if you're not the biggest business in the game?
You can't get the ball?
You still succeed because you call the shots.
And take advantage of the big guys when you need to.
Like now with AT&T. Switch and save 20% on business long distance. But it's meant for small businesses, not you big guys.
This can't wait. Can't believe this guy.
So call now and save 20%. Let AT&T work for you.
At Geo, we've thought a lot about safety. That's why Geo Prism comes with standard dual airbags and available anti-lock brakes. In addition, it's equipped with a rugged steel safety cage. You see, we not only want to make accidents easier to avoid, we also want to make them easier to walk away from.
Call 1-800-GET-TO-KNOW and get to know Geo Prism with over 100 standard safety features.
Tonight's Phillies game on PHL 17 is brought to you in part by the Pennsylvania Lottery. Lottery proceeds benefit older Pennsylvanians. And by Motorola Pagers. Never miss an important call. Pocket a pager from Motorola. Jim Eisenreich leads off for the Phils. Eisenreich has doubled to drive in a run. Lined out to left on a fine catch by Glenn Allen Hill. And walked and scored a run. Well, he has really been hot. In his last 17 starts, he's hitting well over 400.
Well, the Phillies had no idea whether he could put together a year similar to last year, and so far he is. He's just so dependable and so fundamentally sound.
31,595 the paid attendance here at Wrigley tonight. Bouncing ball to Grace, and Eisenreich is retired. We'll bring up Kevin Stocker. He'll bat right against Plesac. Stocker has grounded out, walked, and sacrificed.
Eisenreich never throws a helmet, never throws a bat. You know, he's the ultimate professional.
Yeah, good man, Jim Eisenreich. Pretty well hit to center field. Sammy Sosa gets back there, though, and makes the catch. 2 quick outs for Plesac here in the 8th, and it will bring up Tom Quinlan.
Chip Fregosi told us before the game that with the Phillies short on the bullpen tonight, with Larry Anderson not here for one more night, that he really wanted to get 7 out of Danny Jackson tonight. And, he's obviously gotten to 7, and Danny Jackson will start the 8th inning, so he has to be very happy with his starting pitcher.
One strike to Quinlan. Quinlan 0 for 1 with a couple of walks. He has scored a run and played a fine third base. Nothing and 2 to Quinlan. Struck him out, got him on 3 pitches. That will retire the side. No runs, hits, errors, and none left. We go to the bottom of the 8th. 4-2 Phillies.
Don't you have anything to fit me? No offense, Mr. Jones, but you are a little on the small side. I need more choices. Harry, give me those genuine yellow pages. Look, choices. Italian, Greek, Chinese. You want more? Those are restaurants. That's right. You put some meat on those bones and come back and see us. 9 out of 10 use it. Mexican, barbecue. The genuine Val Atlantic yellow pages. How about a smorgasbord?
You build a razor with precision heads to shave below the skin in comfort. And what do you get? Cut a precision groove to help the Norelco lift and cut system shave even closer. And what do you get? Build a razor that shaves closer, smoother than ever before. And what do you get? The Norelco razor, our closest shave ever.
The new Saab 900. It won Automobile Magazine's Design of the Year. Consumers Digest rated it a best buy. Kiplinger's Personal Finance magazine called it the best new car in its class. But with a 50% stiffer body, the new 900 is designed to survive much more than the scrutiny of the press. Test drive the Saab 900, a new 900 Turbo Coupe.
Good evening, I'm Neil Hartman with a sports break. Only one other game played in baseball today. This afternoon at Camden Yards, the Orioles beat the Tigers 11-5. Cal Ripken, a single homer, 4 RBIs to lead the O's. Co-winners of the National League Players of the Month, Mike Piazza of the Dodgers and the Phillies' Lenny Dykstra. These are Lenny's numbers in the month of May. He hit .392, .504 on base percentage, slugged 3 homers, knocked in 12 runs, slugging percentage of .686. And the honors for the pitcher of the month goes to Doug Drabek of the Houston Astros. All right, Phillies lead 4-2. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Back to Harry and Wheels at Wrigley.
All right, thanks, Neil, and our congratulations to the co-player of the month for the month of May, along with Mike Piazza of Norristown. Surprisingly, that's the first time Lenny's won that award.
It is surprising.
Mark Parent leads it off. Takes it wide for a ball, 1-0.
Jose Hernandez is in the on-deck circle to bat for Plesac, and there you see Heathcliff Slocum up in the bullpen. There is Hernandez.
Half swing trickler to John Kruk. Kruk will make the play himself. Parent is out, 1 down, and that'll bring on Jose Hernandez, the pinch hitter. Well, the easiest and most convenient way to purchase Phillies tickets is buy them directly from the Phils by phone. Don't get shut out purchasing for some of this year's great baseball action. Go over the schedule and order in advance by calling 463-1000. Hernandez hitting at .235 as a pinch hitter. He's nothing out of 1. That one pinch hit appearance yesterday when he tried to bunt and popped it up.
Cubs received Jose Hernandez from Cleveland in exchange for Heathcliff Slocum.
They'll Phillies eventually getting Slocum for Ruben Amaro. Heathcliff's done a good job for the Phillies. He's not throwing right now. He's just kind of watching. If Jackson can get through this inning, Jim Fregosi would just soon not use Heathcliff tonight. He's used him a lot.
Right.
Out of play, 1 ball and 1 strike. One out and no base runners. That is a 25-year-old from Puerto Rico. Slider missing down and in, 2-1. Bouncing ball chopped to Duncan. He's going to have to hurry, and he does. Makes the play for out number 2. Mariano seems to be getting better with age. I mean, not only his offensive production has been outstanding, but he's made all the plays at second and short. He really has not hurt the Phillies defensively at all. In fact, he's helped the Phillies defensively.
I think he's much more comfortable playing second base too. I know he's happy to see Stocker back.
Brings on Sammy Sosa. He is twice grounded out and lined out to center field. Drive to right field. It's deep, but Eisenreich will put it away. 1-2-3 inning for Danny Jackson in the 8th. No runs, hits, errors, and none left. We move to the 9th. Phil's lead 4-2.
Driver, do you have any Bud Light in your vehicle?
Yes.
Then I am Mr. Gallywikich.
You mean Dr. Galakowitz?
Yes, I am. This is so cool.
First time in a limo? Doctor?
In a limo this small.
If you want great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down, make it a Bud Light.
A new wind is rising, bringing change, bringing the all-new Ford Windstar, a totally new minivan. Windstar is the only minivan that combines standard dual airbags, 5-mile-an-hour bumpers, and 4-wheel anti-lock brakes. Plus, it meets all passenger car safety standards. It's safety that takes the minivan in a whole new direction. The all-new front-wheel drive Ford Windstar. The future of minivans begins today.
What would you do with a Motorola pager?
Never miss a meeting.
What would you do?
Mom's not home. Pager.
What about you?
All right, you got the pager number, right?
We're going out.
Cool, this works.
What would you do? You could go anywhere, do anything, and still keep in touch with the people you want to keep in touch with. So what are you waiting for? Get the pager from Motorola, the leader in paging.
After 8 innings of play, it's the Phils 4 and Chicago 2. Tonight, Bo and Abe find a runaway movie dog on They Came from Outer Space right here on PHL 17. Jose Bautista is the new pitcher coming on for the Chicago Cubs. This will be his 30th game. He's 1-1, lost 3, no saves, 4.10 ERA. 37 in the 3rd innings of work, 43 hits and 17 earned runs. He struck out 25 and walked 6.
And Milt Thompson's going to come out and bat for Danny Jackson, whose night is over as Doug Jones starts to loosen up. There you see between innings Jim Fregosi and Johnny Padres and Dennis Menke congratulating him along with Darren Dalton on another terrific effort. 98 pitches, 66 I think it was strikes, and 33 balls. Well, that doesn't add up. 65 and 33. 65, 33. Close enough.
Danny Jackson gave up 2 runs, only 1 of them earned on just 4 hits, struck out 4 and walked only 1. Another strong effort for Jackson. And Milt Thompson will be the batter, and Doug Jones is up in the Phillies bullpen. Bouncing ball to shortstop, taken by Sean Dunston, and Thompson is retired. 1 out on 1 pitch, and it will bring up Lenny Dykstra. Dykstra's 1 for 4. Doug Jones, the Rolaids relief pitcher of the month for the month of May. He'll be coming out in the 9th to try to save this one for Danny Jackson. Nothing to Lenny Dykstra. Wide with it, 2-0. Swung out of his heels for that one.
Yeah, he's trying to hit a home run then. Every once in a while, Dykstra will look for a pitch, especially when he's ahead in the count, and where a home run is, you know, something you like to tack on the board, and he'll go for it.
He's hit a home run off Bautista. He's 3 for 3 lifetime with a homer off this right-hander. 3 balls and a strike.
He does it again. He might take walk here in this situation, but when he was 2-0, he was looking to hit a ball out of the ballpark.
On the outside corner, it's a full count. It out of play. Three and 2 to Lenny Dykstra. Hard ground ball, nice play by Grace. Dykstra's retired. 2 down, and that'll bring up Mariano Duncan. Duncan's 1 out of 3. Walk, grounded out, singled, and fly to right. Cubs in the 9th inning will send up Dunston, Sandberg, and Grace, the scheduled hitters. 1 strike to Duncan. Duncan 3 for 6 lifetime against Bautista. The Phillies have hit this right-hander pretty well in his major league career, but not tonight, as Sanchez will take care of Duncan. No runs, hits, errors, and none left. We go to the bottom half of the 9th. Bills lead 4-2.
Time, it seems, has a short attention span. Your shoes wear out before you've broken them in. Your favorite restaurant changes themes as soon as you learn to like sushi. But the new Jetta, like all 94 Volkswagen cars, has the longest limited powertrain warranty of any car maker. You can count on it for 10 years. And as you probably noticed, a lot can happen in 10 years.
Through July 5th, get air conditioning at no charge when you take delivery of a new Jetta GL.
It started with an idea that has now won the prestigious Thomas Edison Patent Award, which annually recognizes major innovations in technology. The award was won by Exxon for a gasoline additive that removes deposits for a cleaner engine, reduces emissions for cleaner air, and improves performance. Next time you fill up, rely on the award-winning gasolines from Exxon.
You can't use a mobile phone to say,
Okay, we're ready to sign a contract.
You can't use a mobile phone to whisper.
Daddy misses you too, sweetheart.
A mobile phone will not let you send.
Here comes the fax.
And it will not let you hear.
The meeting's been changed.
Unless
Hello?
the call goes through. A mobile phone is only as good as the system it's on. Choose Bell Atlantic Mobile. What would you do with a Motorola pager?
Mom's not home! Pager.
With a Motorola pager, the important people in your life can always reach you.
Cool, this works.
The affordable, portable Motorola pager.
Doug Jones will come in and try to tie this one down for Danny Jackson. This will be his 25th game. He's won 2, lost 1, tied for the league lead in saves with 12. His ERA 2.33, 27 innings of work, 30 hits, 7 runs, 19 strikeouts and just 2 walks. And Sean Dunston will be the first one to face Jones. Dunston has struck out, homered, and doubled. Phillies lead it 4-2 here in the 9th. Get high, 1-0. One ball and no strikes. His cut fastball, and he found the outside corner with it. 1-1. Change up, and he missed with it. 2-1. 2 balls and a strike to Dunston. Sandberg on deck, and then Mark Grace. Changeup pulled him 2-2.
Phillies have a 2-run lead here in the 9th inning, so they're not guarding the line. They have Quinlan and Kruk over just a little, but not on the line as they would if there were a 1-run game.
Ground ball, it's in the hole. It's a base hit to right field. So Dunston is a leadoff base runner on a ground single to right, and that's going to bring on Ryan Sandberg. Cubs do have a couple of left-hand bats on the bench with Jackson starting. Derek May has not been in this game, nor has Tuffy Rhodes. After Grace hits, the right-hand hitters Hill and Zambrano could be taken out. Certainly not going to take Sandberg out here. He's flied out twice and lived on an error. 1 strike to Ryan Sandberg. With a changeup, 1-1.
All the outfielders are very deep, and they're trying to prevent against any kind of extra base hit. See the outfield defense.
Changeup. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Quinlan's moved over a little bit more towards the line now than he was with nobody on base. There you see the third baseman, especially with the changeups that Jones throws. You're more likely to pull him.
Fouls at first base side. Still 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Threw Sandberg a fastball, as you saw there, and he had a real defensive swing.
Jones in his career has saved 202 ball games. Change up, hit on the ground to Quinlan at third. They'll get the lead runner as Duncan held the ball. Quinlan threw it a little bit wide, but they get the lead runner. Nice play by Mariano Duncan.
But see, that's the defense that they moved him over with the base runner on. If Quinlan isn't over by the line, this is a much tougher play. As Harry said, a good play by Duncan because the throw was a little wide. But Quinlan, if he hadn't been over at the line, would have had a real tough backhand play, and you don't know if he gets anybody. So that time it worked.
Here's Mark Grace. Grace is nothing out of 3. One ball and no strikes to Grace. Sandberg at first, 1 down here in the 9th inning. Phillies lead 4-2. 2-0. Bouncing ball to John Kruk. Kruk will make the play. Moving up to second is Sandberg. That's 2 down here in the 9th inning. And Derek May comes out to bat for Glen Allen Hill. Derek May. Coming on to pinch hit. May hitting .328, 5 homers, 30 RBIs. As a pinch hitter, he is 1 for 5. So 2 outs here in the 9th inning. Got that changeup over. 1 strike to Derek May. Another changeup. He tried to check on it. And did check, according to Frank Pulley. 1 ball and 1 strike. Derek May from Newark, Delaware. Check swing on a changeup. Should be the ball game, and is. Doug Jones leads the league in saves now with 13. As the Phillies win 3 out of 4 here at Wrigley the last 3 ball games. 4-2 final Phils. Lenny Dykstra, big double in the ball game, the co-player of the month for the month of May. And the Phils have a good series here at Wrigley Field. And that man, Danny Jackson, another milestone for him. DJ's 100th major league win. He boosts his record to 7-1. Helped himself with a base hit as well. Doug Jones, with his league-leading 13th save, earns another $100 donation from Sunoco and the Byrne Foundation Great Saves Program. Since 1982, Sunoco and local Sunoco dealers have contributed over $45,000 to support Philadelphia area burn centers through the Great Saves Program. And Danny Jackson wins his 100th major league game. 4-2. He gave up just 1 earned run. We'll be back with the totals and a recap in just a moment.
Falling in love again. What am I to do? Whenever I see you, I can't help it. In love again.
At Pizza Hut, now that any medium specialty pizza is only $7.99 and any second medium just $5, it's a great time to fall in love again. With Pizza Hut, you can't help it.
It's like having a Phillies ticket window come right to your home.
Call 463-1000 and reserve your tickets in advance. No rushing, no waiting, no hassle. 463-1000. It's like having a Phillies ticket window right in your home.
In New Britain, Connecticut, people don't need a Wall Street genius to tell them where to put their money. After all, New Britain is the home of Stanley. And even a modest investment in Stanley tools, painting equipment, doors, and hardware can pay handsome dividends down the road. So before you sink a nickel in municipal bonds or soybean futures, how about a new Stanley garage door?
It comes specially equipped with dual airbags, cruise control, air conditioning, 4-speaker AM/FM cassette stereo, and power accessories like luxury sedans costing twice the money. The 1994 Nissan Altima GXE. It not only defines what a luxury car should be, it redefines what a luxury car should cost. Lease the Altima for just $750 down and $229 a month for 36 months.
Phils win 4-2 for the winning Phils. 4 runs, 6 hits, 1 error, 7 left. Cubs 2 runs, 5 hits, 1 error. They left 3. Danny Jackson goes 7-1 on the season. The loss going to Anthony Young. He is 3-4. Doug Jones, his league-leading 13th save. And the Phils have a good series here at Wrigley Field, winning 3 out of 4. Our Chevrolet player of the game is Danny Jackson, who not only gave up just 1 earned run to the Cubs, he also knocked in a run with a base hit in his own behalf in this ball game. And Jackson sets a milestone, career win number 100 for DJ. He's our Chevrolet player of the game. And Chris Wheeler is down on the field with Danny Jackson right now. Wheels?
All right, Harry, thank you very much. And with Danny Jackson, DJ, congratulations, first of all, on win number 100. It looked like you had great command, especially early in this ball game tonight.
Yeah, Wills, I felt pretty good. You know, in the last couple of starts, I got my arm up a little bit too high, so I dropped it back down a little bit and was throwing the changeup a lot better, had a better breaking ball and a lot more movement on the fastball and kept the ball down, and had a lot better control of where I wanted to throw the ball tonight. And that's what basically happened. And I felt strong and real good out there, and the guys played some good defense behind me, and you know, it was great to get number 100.
You know, you talked about keeping the ball down. The grass is so high here, and with that sinker you're throwing right now, do you want to get ground balls in this ballpark?
Yeah, you know, because especially in the infield, you know, because a lot of times when they hit the ball hard in the infield, it slows it up, and the guys can get to the ball and throw them out at first or turn double plays or whatever. And that's what's so good about pitching in this ballpark. Keep the ball down and get the ground balls, get the ball up, and it's out of here. So basically, I just made that one bad pitch that Dunston hit out of the ballpark, but other than that, pretty much in control of what I wanted to do.
7th and 8th inning, you pitched real well. You looked real strong in the 7th and 8th. And we saw Jim Fregosi, Johnny, everybody talking to you, and it looked like you didn't want to come out of this one tonight.
No, I really wasn't too worried about if I was coming out or not. You know, if they wanted me to stay, then that was fine. But, you know, I got all the confidence in the world in Doug Jones finishing up and getting outs and coming in and getting a save. And he has to do his job, and we like to keep him sharp so he doesn't get a little rusty out there. And that's what his job is to do, is go out there and save games. So it really doesn't matter. You know, either I do or I don't.
I got to talk to you about your offense. You all of a sudden are really a threat. You've got more hits this year already than you had all of last year. You're putting the ball in play a lot, and you look like you're having some fun at home plate. Is the hitting part good for you right now?
Yeah, I changed a couple things. You know, I went home and was messing around, and Mink's been working me a little bit, you know, as far as making sure that I stay on the ball and things like that, and just trying to make contact, and that's all I'm trying to do now. And it's worked out real good. I'm getting a lot of hits now, and seeing a ball a lot better than what I had been before, and just using more of my legs, and when I'm hitting, that's why I'm crouching down a little more than I was last year, and it seemed to help out.
Congratulations, DJ. Win 3 in a row here. You pitched a great ball game here tonight, and best of luck on this great season that you're having.
All right, thanks, Wills.
Okay. All right, Harry, Danny Jackson, another tremendous job here tonight at Wrigley Field. Back upstairs to you.
Pump him up. Danny Jackson wins number 100 in his career. Another great outing, 8 innings of 1 earned run baseball. DJ was really sharp and knocked in a run on his own behalf Phillies win 3 out of 4 against the Cubs here at Wrigley Field after dropping the first, win the next 3, 4-2 final tonight. And Doug Jones with his National League leading 13th save. And Jones, the NL's Rolaids Relief Man of the Month for the month of May with 8 saves and 8 opportunities. He also leads all NL relievers for the season, adding more to his 36 points going into tonight's game. So it was a good ball game for the Phils, and John Kruk and Kevin Stocker back in the lineup tonight. Kruk had a hit. Stocker played fine defense, as did Tom Quinlan. So all in all, a good series here at Wrigley Field as the Phillies take 3 out of 4. Now let's go back to the studios and Neil Hartman for some highlights of this ball game. Neil?
All right, Harry, thank you very much. And those guys will charter to Houston to get ready for the Astros this weekend. But the Phillies have now won 14 of their last 20 ball games, and they're getting some fine pitching. Danny Jackson tonight, the star of the ball game for the Phils. But the Phils got some runs early on. Top of the second, Jim Eisenreich doubles in Pete Incaviglia with no outs. And the Phils jump out to a 1-0 lead off Anthony Young, who started the ball game for the Cubs tonight. Bottom of the fourth, Sean Dunston at the plate. This is one of the few mistakes that Danny Jackson made tonight. It's a Sean Dunston solo home run, or actually 1 out, solo home run, no one aboard, and his 4th home run of the season, 3 for 4, a single, a double home run for Sean Dunston tonight. Top of the 5th, ball game tied at 1. John Kruk's double play ball scores Lenny Dykstra, and the Phillies jumped out to a 2-1 lead. Here's what Harry was just talking about and Wheels just talking about. Danny Jackson helping his own cause. Here on the top of the 6th, Jackson singles in Jim Eisenreich, this coming with 2 outs, and Eisenreich chugging along, just barely beats the throw from Glenn Allen Hill, and Jackson now 6 hits in his last 5 ball games. Dave Otto comes in, and still in the 6th inning, 2 outs, Dykstra's ground ball mishandled by Sean Dunston at short, and the Phillies take a 4-1 lead. Bottom of the 6th, John Kruk's fielding error allows Mark Parent to score, and it was 4-2. Danny Jackson, though, closes out the inning, striking out Mark Grace. 1 of 4 strikeouts for Danny Jackson. That was all for Jackson in the 8th inning. Gets a nice round of applause and congratulations from Jim Fregosi and friends in the dugout. And Doug Jones comes in, gets Derek May here to end the ball game. 13th save of the year for Doug Jones. And only 5 Cubs hits tonight. And the Phillies now at 26 and 27 are moving up from the cellar and getting closer to Montreal. That's the team to keep an eye on for that wild card berth in the National League this year. Montreal presently at 29 and 22. So the Phillies now head to Houston, and we'll talk about the Astros and the rest of the action in baseball today right after this.
Got the world on a string.
Wouldn't you like the world on a string? Switch and get the AT&T Business Advantage, and you can get a whole string of international advantages, like online translating, UPS discounts, fax troubleshooting, and more. Switch to AT&T by July 1st, and we'll tie it all up with a whole month of free calling. For AT&T quality and competitive prices, call 1-800-222-0900. Don't forget, let AT&T work for you.
At Geo, we've thought a lot about safety. That's why Geo Prism comes with standard dual airbags and available anti-lock brakes. In addition, it's equipped with a rugged steel safety cage. You see, we not only want to make accidents easier to avoid, we also want to make them easier to walk away from.
Call 1-800-GET-TO-KNOW and get to know Geo Prism with over 100 standard safety features.
Well, the Phillies win the ball game by a final count of 4-2 tonight. They take 3 of 4 from the Cubs at Wrigley this past couple of days, and the Phils have now won 5 of their last 7 on the road. That's after dropping 12 of 14 road games to start the year, so the Phillies have turned things around. And, of course, having Kruk and Stocker back in uniform tonight was something that Jim Fregosi was looking forward to. Baltimore, in the only other game played today, defeated Detroit 11-5 was the final. Cal Ripken, the hitting star for the Orioles this afternoon, single homer, 4 RBIs as the O's beat the Tigers by a final count of 11-5. One news and note item to pass along to you. It is a Pretty big blow for the Florida Marlins reliever Jeremy Hernandez. He's filling in for Brian Harvey, who's been hurt this year. Well, he's been doing a good job, but he will now be out for most likely the rest of the season. A herniated disc in his neck will sideline Jeremy Hernandez of the Florida Marlins. In case you missed it, the Phillies today, as the baseball amateur draft got underway, 23rd pick in the first round, this gentleman, Carlton Lauer. He is a 20-year-old right-handed pitcher from Mississippi State, a power pitcher, and he's 6'6", 204, and he's got some good speed, 92 strikeouts. His ERA a little high with Mississippi State, but 7-5, and the Phillies were able to acquire him. That was their first pick in the amateur draft today. The New York Mets, with right-hander Paul Wilson, was the #1 pick. He's a right-hander out of Florida State. And an interesting pick, Penn Grieve, the son of the Texas Rangers general manager, was the #2 pick going to the Oakland A's. We'll have more on the postgame show right after this.
It started with an idea that has now won the prestigious Thomas Edison Patent Award, which annually recognizes major innovations in technology. The award was won by Exxon for a gasoline additive that removes deposits for a cleaner engine, reduces emissions for cleaner air, and improves performance. Next time you fill up, rely on the award-winning gasolines from Exxon.
Since its introduction, Lexus has received virtually every accolade in the industry. So we've decided to celebrate. Introducing the limited anniversary edition LS and ES, with all the features you could wish for at savings of up to $2,500. Buy or lease them while they last at your Lexus dealer today.
98 pitches for Danny Jackson tonight. 65 of them were strikes. He allowed only 4 hits, 1 walk, 4 Ks. Danny Jackson now goes to 7-1 with his 100th career win as the Phillies beat the Chicago Cubs by a final count of 4-2. The Phillies head now to the Houston Astrodome. They're chartering right here after the ball game. Heading to Houston, Mitch Williams will not be there for the Astros, but Houston, a tough ball club, currently tied with Cincinnati in the Central Division. Our coverage begins at 8 o'clock tomorrow night. And on the mound will be David West. 2 good, strong outings as a starter. We'll see if he can continue that streak. He'll be taking on Brian Williams. Once again, the Phillies win tonight, 4-2 over the Chicago Cubs. For everybody here at PHL 17, I'm Neil Hartman. Thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow night.
The Phillies and the Chicago Cubs has been brought to you by Budweiser, the king of beers, who reminds you friends know when to say when. The Yellow Pages 9 out of 10 people use. The genuine Bell Atlantic Yellow Pages. By Chevrolet, the cars and trucks 36 million people depend on every day. Genuine Chevrolet. Mellon PSFS, the official bank of the Phillies. And by Independence Blue Cross and Pennsylvania Blue Shield. For 56 years, the health insurance company you can lean on.